Hey friends, the Sprinter is all complete, and if you're looking at this video and seeing that something's funny, it's because it is. This is a 360 video, so if you're watching it on your smartphone or your computer, just know you can move around and you can check out anything you want to. So I'm not going to try to pigeonhole you guys and just give you guys a select view. You guys can see the Sprinter as it is in any of the details, and let me know what you guys think about it. So if you guys are not aware of this, I actually built out this Sprinter van with my kids, and it took about 3 months, and I'm happy to report that's completed. And we've done some road trips with it to Colorado. I'm going to walk you guys around the whole van and show you guys some of the things, and then maybe I'll bring you guys back out at nighttime so you guys can see some of the fine details of the lighting, those kind of things. So let's go ahead and start off with the front. So here it is. I'm going to move the camera right here. You guys can check out anything you want to, and then I'll give you guys a quick little detail breakdown. Okay, so as you guys notice, I've put up a few lights. So I've put up a light bar up top, and it's connected with this switch right here, and it allows me to control everything. So these are independent of that, and there's also some lights on the side. And I'm going to go ahead and walk you around to this side right here. This is where the ladder is, and there's even a deck up top, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, and I'm going to climb up there. So there's also lights right here going over the ladder and the side, and I'll leave those on. And again, all of this is controlled by phone or this remote, and there's a panel inside, which I'll show you guys. Again, I left the stock rims, and the ladder and the roof system is from Flatline Van Company, and it even has a little flare, so it keeps the aerodynamics of the van. And originally when I got the van, the gas mileage was about 24 miles per gallon, and now it's about 21. This is a 2-liter diesel. There's also a hood brow installed, so there's no dents or chips on the hood. And I have videos for anything that I mentioned. Just don't be afraid to check the video links down below. Moving to the side, I installed this particular glass as this van had nothing. And this is going to be one of those pieces of glass that moves, and there's actually a shutter and also a bug screen there. And I have covers for the front, which I'll talk about, because this van is actually for 4 seasons and it has air conditioning. And if you don't want to go and put in a window, some of these new bug screens that are actually built into the shades are really nice, as they allow you to basically roll down the window and you can still have a bug screen, which is nice. So there's that light up top. And this Sprinter is going to be the 170 extended high roof. So this is as big as they come. And I previously had a 170, which normally ends about right here. And so with this one you get an extra 18 inches, which really does make a difference for me personally, because I have a family of 4. And now I'm going to take you guys up to the top. There's a deck up there. So up top we have a deck, and there's a 12-volt air conditioner right over here. And I also have a fan. Right here, and this is one of the nicer fans I've ever had, because it actually allows you to suck air out even if it's not open, so you can use it all year round. And then I have a total of 400 watts of solar up top, and I also have run a cable so I can hook up another 400 watts if I'm boondocking. And the decking up here is going to be the stuff you find at your Home Depots, and it lasts a very long time. It's very easy to go through and install. Again, I left plenty of room for the air conditioner to actually breathe and vent out. And I love being up here when I go to the mountains or the beach. It's just a nice place to hang out, sometimes eat, and it's very enjoyable. And I also put in some additions here. If I ever wanted to strap something down, I can. I just got to close the vent all the way. But this is going to be the roofing system from Flatline Van Company, and it allows you to attach the ladder that I'm standing on. And there's that light bar up top. Again, I did not buy any special mounts. I just made it work with what it was. And the way I did it, a lot of times I just use these T slide nuts that I used on the solar, and they just go into the rails there. And that allows me to go through and basically put anything I want, like solar or the lights, and it's a very easy thing to do. Again, this is all built out of 80/20, and it's rust proof, and it did not take much time. Around the back, you can see the rear of the roof system, and I didn't want to install too many windows, so I basically kept it metal, but I'm able to put a lot of different belongings in here using these pockets, and this was all pre-made. And honestly, it was a really good deal considering the price of wood, and I didn't have to do much. I just installed it. I do have buck screens that go down. They're magnetic, and underneath I have 13,000 watt hours of power. Those are 12 volt based power stations, and they were the easiest power stations I've ever worked with, and they were so easy to install. And I basically strapped them into the D hooks on the Sprinter, and they're not going anywhere. And let me take this off and give you guys a better view down here. So I have 20 gallons of fresh water straight ahead. I have two heaters in the vehicle, and the first one is attached to the air conditioner, and this is my second one. And then straight ahead is going to be the water heater, and that's 120 volts. The 120 volts is going to be supplied by the power stations right there. And I have all my wiring down there as well. It's all GFI protected. And also I have built-in breakers. And there's my water pump. And I made the cage from 80/20. And then I'll show you guys the inside, because this actually turns into seats. So I have a door stopper installed, so the door can be opened all the way or just halfway. And at each opening I have a light switch, so I can control the lights, and they do dim. And again, there's a light switch here in the back by the beds, and then there's one up top too, right there. So buck screen, and this is going to be the view of the inside. So this is the cockpit area, and that's normally going to be me right here, and the wife sits here. I put up the curtains today because it's super hot, and I have the shades in the front, and I also a complete wraparound curtain. So there's a rod right here that allows me to go through and quickly put up this curtain, and then there's another curtain that will just basically run this track all the way around. And the storage is right here. And all this is insulated. And I ran wires and USB-C cables. There's a power port up there. And that area right there is going to be my favorite, which is going to be basically a nice sliding table, a bowl, and it's all basically a custom fit for the Sprinter, and it was really easy to do. Then over here I have two kids, so this particular seat actually folds up, and basically you just got to pull two levers and it'll clear the whole center right here. So this is where they normally sit, and their seat belts in here. It's black leather, and I just put the seat cover on because that way I don't have to worry about them cutting the leather. They're wearing jeans with zippers, but there's going to be the TV that I use is 27-inch. It's Ultralight. It was under 5 pounds or around that, so I was able to go ahead and mount it just using a 1-inch ball. It's the same style that I use in the tray up there, and the nice thing is it's powered by USB-C, so I can go through and play a video. This is an old video I have. Power's right there. There's a cup holder there, many more cup holders, and this table is really nice as it actually swings between me and the passenger if needed, and it's a Lagoon table, so I can easily take it off and it doesn't take up much space. This seat right here and that seat are both swivels, and when I go boondocking for a long time I can utilize the space. I normally keep this orientation, so I go through and keep this seat sideways like this, and that person is able to go and put their feet across. So most of the time when we're traveling, this is the orientation. Kids are hanging out here. Again, the seat can be folded, and if we turn the camera around, I have my convection oven here, and that is going to be 120 volts. The microwave is going to be 12 volts, and the refrigerator basically comes out on a slide, and it has two compartments. Either one can be used as a refrigerator or a freezer. We have an induction cooktop here. I made this particular kitchen galley out of 80/20 as I needed something that wasn't deep because of the sliding refrigerator, as it would keep bumping into it. And we have a nice sink here, and I got this style because the sink is going to be a lot more compact and the faucet is not sticking out. And the flooring in here is going to be your regular Home Depot flooring. I used regular transitions and they worked out great. Coin flooring throughout the back, and this right here is going to be the bathroom. And let me turn the light on. So the light is independent of anything else, and it can be dimmed and I could also turn it into a blue light, and there's 2 of them. So most of the times when I'm sleeping, this is the way the bathroom is set up. Again, we have a composting style toilet in here with a urine diverter, and that was about 120 bucks to make. A full shower, and I just plug this in whenever I need it. And there's a nice teak floor, so it keeps everything nice and clean. This is going to be pre-made. It was through Van Wife, and I got it from Van Life Outfitters, and they include the shipping. And building a bathroom in a camper van is the hardest task, and this made it really easy. And to give it a nice seamless transition, I got this soft storage here. So this is a 3-foot section with a smaller pocket and the bigger pocket, and they tie it right into my L-track, which is right there. That was already in the vehicle, and I put some additional L-track up top. And right here is the air conditioner and the heater, and this is what allows me to use this in really hot climates. Again, there's going to be a window there with that slides open, and I have this there to keep the heat and the cold out. And underneath I have additional storage, and there are more light switches, so definitely lots of storage. There's a water heater, my water system. I have a 0.5 micron water filter right there, and there's my power bank, and everything is sound deadened and insulated. So I have 2 hammocks up top, and I normally sleep with my head up there, feet down this way, and these do turn into seats. So dual purpose, and this one and the rear one cost me under $250. It comes in black leather and other colors, and this is the same one I used last time, and it's really comfortable. I've gone through about 27 different states sleeping on this particular couch, and it's been great, no complaints. And right next to the additional switches, that's where my water level sensors are. So this is going to be my clean water, my gray water. I don't have a black water tank on here, as the bathroom is set up with that urine diverter. And these additional switches are for heaters and also the heating pads underneath the tanks. So when it's winter time, they won't freeze over. And then there's the fan back here. And this fan is really neat because even if it's on and it's closed, it will still suck air out, which is really something different, as I've had some of the more expensive fans in the past, and those have gone out of me several times and I had to replace them. This one hasn't given me any issues, and it works with the lid closed. It does automatically open. I disabled that feature, and it comes with a nice remote that is going to be infrared. I'm sorry, the remote is actually going to be radio. So once I have the power on over here, which is going to be 4. I can suck air out or let air in. It's got 10 different speeds again. I could be laying in bed and I don't have to point this in the right direction, as it's radio controlled instead of IR. There's no blaster up top. Anyway, those little things do make a difference long term. I have a little cover that fits right here, and even with this in the way, it does a good job of keeping the sunlight out. And so that's pretty much the van as it sits right here. I do have a mirror here on the shower, and this gives me that option of having a full-length mirror in a camper van, as this is normally pretty hard to get. Lots of space and pockets underneath on the soft storage, little hooks, and there's a lot of little bonuses around the van that I I'm gonna go and show you guys outside, and it's pretty dark outside, so I'm gonna do my best. And again, if there's any questions that I'm not answering in this video, please let me know, and I can make you guys an updated video. There's the refrigerator. There's one more compartment. If I slide it more, okay, so I quickly put the seat up, and you could do it with one hand. It does have supports and shocks built in, so you basically don't have to lift the whole seat. It'll do the work for you. When you're not using it, you can lock it into place. And these are the two handles right here. And yeah, try to make little pockets everywhere. So there's going to be little pockets down here by the galley for shoes. And this is the way the van looks at nighttime, so you guys can take a look at it for yourself. I put the LEDs in, and they really do make a big difference. Gives it a nice subtle feel. And I'll give you guys a little glimpse of the outside lights. So they do a good job of giving me illumination when I'm camping, and I don't have to constantly reach out for a flashlight, as there's 4 of them. And here's the light bar, and it is ultra bright. This is going to be the 5 lights, and this is just the pods by themselves. And if there's something I didn't mention, guys, please let me know what it is, and I'll be sure to incorporate it into another video. I will leave you guys a link down below on a non-3D video tour. So if you are struggling with this, or you just don't like the view because it's either dark and there's a lot going on, check the links down below, and I'll cover the same exact aspects. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again.